Almost 60 to 70% of the investors I speak to share this one common problem. And admittedly, it's held them back for sometimes as long as the last 20 plus years. So in this video, I'm going to share what that one common problem is so you don't have to waste the next 10, 15, 20 years being held back by it. What you can do differently and how easy it can be when done right. Throughout history, humans have been limited by this one resource, but yet there's so many new technology shifts that have happened that were meant to give an abundance of this resource. Emails, social media, fax, text message, the list goes on. We're all meant to be the one thing that gives us more of that resource that we struggle with, and that is time. Time or lack of is the killer to all wealth building. So take for example, I had a client who had just onboarded. They had shared that they inherited their first property more than 30 years ago and had experienced massive capital appreciation in that time. However, due to work, career, family, social life, they didn't have the time to identify, negotiate and acquire and manage more properties to grow their property wealth. So a lack of money wasn't their issue, but a lack of time. Let's be honest, with the working patterns and how the economy is, time is not expected to be in abundance anytime soon. But this is the common issue no matter what stage or level of income you're at. So what can you do about it? Option one, do the same thing and hope for the best. But that is effectively insanity. Or option two, take the red pill and apply leverage. Archimedes said, give me a lever long enough and a fulcrum on which to place it, and I'll move the world. So in this context, use the power of leverage to multiply yourself. You're a busy professional, contractor or business owner. Do you really have the time to manage a hectic career or business, plus cut the grass, do the cooking, and then somehow try and carve out the time to find the perfect stock investment or find the golden property to invest in? By spreading yourself too thin, performance and standards can slip, which can lead to poor investment decisions. Use leverage by finding the right service provider, consultant, or like in the areas in your life you think you need the most assistance. The wealthy do all the time. They're master delegators. They delegate and employ the service of professionals. Look at Jeff Bezos. Is he really running around Amazon alone, taking orders, doing the paperwork, running down the warehouses to pick and pack, and then jump into the truck to deliver? So when it comes to you, maybe for example, you're looking to start or grow a property portfolio as part of your retirement planning or looking to leave a legacy for your kids. You see, I had a client share that they previously went to their local bank to get a decision in principle for their first buy to let, but was told by the bank, NatWest, that they could only buy in their name rather than in the company. This would have caused a huge potential tax liability later down the line for them. So seek out and build a leverage power team who can actually deliver. So for example, taking the case of my client, it was about finding the right mortgage advisor to give a tailor-made solution to their specific needs and circumstances. Alternatively, find a property portfolio building service, one that has access to the right finance contacts, the right power team, and the right type of properties. Properties that can bring the yield and potential capital appreciation you need to provide the income and long-term wealth you're after. But knowing who to trust can be the biggest challenge, as demonstrated before. So here's a few things on my checklist that I would recommend. Questions like identify their experience. How long have they been in business? Have they been where you were and helped other clients, or have they just started out? What's their aftercare service like? Do they know their stuff, or are they just reading from a script, from what they've been told or what they've simply done and been told from going on a free training program? Are they thought leaders in their space? Are they in the trenches with local knowledge, knowing which street works from what street doesn't? Are they well connected with a strong team behind them? You know, especially when it comes to refurbishments or managing the property. Choose the right consultant or service provider and your wealth and options will really skyrocket. Choose the wrong one and you can experience financial failure that can take you a year, decades, or even more to repair. If you're experiencing challenges with investing in property, then saving is just one part of the equation. This video also shares another massive barrier that could also be holding you back.